Yeah, it is. Let's see, it's still Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. Unfortunately, it is Saturday. Doing it so the screen is oriented like that. Yeah, this is my house, my childhood house. I didn't show it as good in the last vlog video, so I'm trying to do better here. Anyways, I got a lot on my mind. I've been stressed out, and I feel that, not to get God involved into all of it, but I mean, there's just something bigger than just us, ourselves. And I really do feel that the suffering is linked together, because we're all linked together in one way or another. That cigarette trash wasn't mine. I haven't smoked in many years, cigarettes, that is. Yeah, here's my house. I got the large upstairs bedroom. That's a bathroom for the master living room. Or master bedroom, at least. It doesn't mean they're like the freaking master, Jedi master. My dad likes to think so, though, that he is. I thought I'm just a Jedi Knight. What? But yeah. 3-car garage, even though that one we never put cars in because there's pantries there. I used to park my Mazda Protege in there when I was in my teens and 20s. Mom was always parked in the middle one. Dad's always had a van of some sort. Sometimes even 2 vans. But this right here is the boat garage. Walk around the other side. That goes into the garage. That's the bonus room above the garage, which you have to walk through the hall of the bathroom. You have to walk through the main bedroom. Master bathroom. Yeah, and the master bathroom. Master bedroom and the master bathroom. Take a left, and then it's through the walk-in closet, and there's a door in the walk-in closet that goes into that part. There's also another smaller door that goes into the little eaves area, but it's mainly just for storage. I mean, I guess you could make a room or something of it, but I don't think the floor is very sturdy. Plus, it'd probably get really hot. But yeah, so that's where that comes from. And the deck has changed quite a few times since I was a kid. There used to be a little sand pit there. Not sand pit, a Starlight pit. A freaking monster from Star Wars comes out of it. Freaking Meg. Starlight pit. It's just a sand play area. You know, build sand castles, sand things, sand mud pies. Remember, I saw such a big spider like crawl into there one time. I'm pretty sure it was a tarantula, but it must have been a pet tarantula because those aren't around here naturally. Unless I was just really small. I'm like, it's so huge, it is a tarantula. Interesting fact about spiders and tarantulas, which is just larger spiders. And there's more differences. They're furrier, and people like to keep them as pets more often. They don't usually build webs. They do their thing. You know, you feed them, and they're pretty cool. Most of them, there's just a lot of different varieties, but those usually aren't poisonous. I don't think there's any poisonous tarantulas. They aren't like other venomous spiders like Black Widow, which is dangerously really black, has a red dot on it. Also, its cousin with the orange dot in the back. Or the brown recluse spider. There's some other spiders that aren't as poisonous, but it is deadly. And it can be, depending on how much toxicity it has in its system. And they're small, about like that small. And they usually stay in their own zone. As long as you don't go there, that's fine. But, I mean, they're God's creatures. They're doing what they're supposed to do, you know. But anyway, that's enough about spiders. We don't really see those much around here. I mean, when I was in Hillcrest Elementary, which is about 5 miles into town because I live out in the country. Take a moment to just enjoy that creek again. Creek ASMR. And birds. And Brett's whispery voice. Brett, wait with the whisper. I want to hear the trinkle. Make them go pee-pee with the trinkle, not your voice. I already went pee before I came out here, though, so. Oh, look at this. I believe I found a magic stick. And I'm not just joking about that. This stick, I believe, is in part magic. And when I say I believe in magic, it is kind of scientific, but also a little spiritual in a way that, see, there's quantum mechanics and things. I went to school for, well, engineering. I mean, I could have built the Death Star, honestly. The Death Star, not a star, it's a space station in Star Wars. But anyway, but it's used for nefarious purposes like blowing up planets. But I didn't become that kind of an engineer, although I helped build this bridge here. Oh, halfway bridge. Been many years though since I built that, but it's still standing pretty good. We got a little gunk over there to work on in the summer, but that's that. Anyways, continuing with the magic theory, want to stay sort of on point. The reason a stick can be magic, I'm not going to say that this one is going to shoot like lightning or anything like a lightning staff from some video games where you hear it made. But here's the truth. Here's the truth, Mr. Rooster Man. It can't actually get hit by lightning from the sky. Did you see that this morning? This can actually shoot lightning or look like it shoots lightning out of it. That is science from the sky, because weather is amazing. Weather is more magical than you think. We think we like to understand what weather actually means, right? How it works, and we understand some of it, but there's overlap in between our physical reality and all these subatomic particles, smaller than electrons and protons, like smaller than the Higgs boson. I'm talking about these, well, there's probably not a name to translate to, but they're going through all this matter on Earth, trillions and trillions of them, but they're very small, aren't they, Bert? And those particles go through us all the time, but you don't feel them, but they're there. And you might think, well, what's the big deal if we can't feel them? We don't know everything. We like to think we do, but we don't about science. So when people say God works in mysterious ways, God's magic works in mysterious ways. So if this stick was important to me right now, it will gain power. Why? It's not just sentimental value. Oh, that reminds me of this time. It is locked in space and time in this universal dimension to be traveling along this trajectory and this path through space and time with me in the moment, right? So it gathers vibrations and attracts certain things. You can tell a lot about a stick by what it's been through and the intention of it and what the living being around it has been through and what the truth of situations are, because evil, and people may refer to it as, demons or evil spirits, it's really just people being bad or naughty or doing things that hurt other people they know are hurting other people just to get what they want. But there's a difference between people hurting people and not understanding and not knowing it, to people that do things knowing that it hurts other people and not caring about it. See, I'm empathetic, but I don't know precisely all the pain that I've caused in people's lives. I mean, I know I've done some good things, whether you believe that or not, but I would never want to have anyone die on my behalf or have anyone be worried. I even get worried when my mom has anxiety when I was in jail, and I worry about my effect on other people with my videos, and I want to try to promote happiness and well-being. That's why I also wanted to teach, because I want to spread that kind of understanding, So here I am with my magic stick, which has been practiced a little bit, but I'll set it up here. Finally got my Steps app working. Only took me 10 minutes. because my technology is keeping me from doing things that I should and want to be doing. People don't see that. Well, it's easy. You be in my shoes. Watch what happens when I try to do it. Update. Oh no, you can't count steps now. Sorry, that doesn't work. And that's more like a computer virus thing. But evil takes form in many ways, including scams, which I've been scammed, and not like knowingly. Like I paid for a service for Instagram to help me gain natural followers. I paid for just give me this many followers once, $20. And then I started getting more monthly things. Like, I didn't order anything. Look on their website, I only paid that one thing. But then when I look onto this other page, it has all these others. And I click unsubscribe or, what's it called? When you report or revoke a payment. Like, I'm like, yeah, challenge this. I did not pay for anything. What does this pay for? I did not pay for that. And an error comes up. Like, sorry, it's not working right now. So I have to contact my credit union and say that is fraudulent. I looked it up online, found out on their website the address they gave. It is known as a scam area where people put that location and do scam things. But I don't have control over it. Like I didn't pay. I didn't say that I did. And maybe it's my word against theirs, but I'm not asking for anything. I'm declaring that I don't want any services. I don't want you to take it back if you want, but, and I read the terms and conditions. I didn't sign up for a subscription thing. And if you look at RizUp website, if it appears the same to you when you look as it does to me on, May 1st when I looked, that's not the worst scam I've been in. I've also been kind of catfished, which might sound pathetic, but it was also kind of a positive experience because I had no one else to talk to. And partway through, I kind of realized they might not have been who they were, but I knew it was a human by the way they were, and I knew by their reactions, like, hey, that was really funny. It was probably some guy, and I could tell that they didn't want to talk on the phone. They tried to get some girl that sounded like her, but for the $500 that I spent over like a couple months talking to them, it actually was worth it for me. And that's sad because to have someone check up on me and message me, whether they cared about me or just my money, they wanted me to live because that would help support them. And I appreciated their service. I didn't expect any kind of sexual or, sure, it wasn't like I like that, but they're so far away. 3 time zones away over in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which I have talked to Chattanooga police on a couple times, and that's when I was getting to the bottom of the scam thing. And they told me to contact my local place. They didn't do anything. Roseburg, Oregon, USA. Look at the map. If it's see Cape Blanco, it's within 200 miles radius of that. Only about 60, 70, 80 miles inland. That'd probably be like 120 kilometers straight, but you got a wig wag. That's probably very inaccurate. So give me bad points for that, but you figure it out. I'm not trying to hide. I know where this is and where I am, at least on this planet right now. But there's another little look at my house. Well, not my house. It's just a house that I live in. It's my home. I'll put it that way. It's like me going to the gym, like, check out my home. I have all these rooms. It's like a 100-room mansion. But they're all cells, and it's torture and hell. And there's a thing called United Nations, right? So United States of America is not the only country in the world. There's about 300 million, 400 million of us with illegals. But there's about 20 to 30 times as much. So for every one miracle that God shows me that I'm doing the right thing, a piece of bark comes off of wood right when I'm walking by it. Now,